In a market full of amazing hardware amp modelers such as Helix, Quad Cortex and HX Stomps, can an iPad with a £5 app even come close to competing with some of the big boys? In this session, I'm going to be taking a listen to GigFast Light, which is an app available for the iPad, and seeing if it sounds any good. So let's take a listen. So this is GigFast Light. I've loaded it up inside of Loopy Pro, which is where most of this channel is spent, where I'm jamming and looping different ideas. Check out some of my other videos if you want to see the sort of thing I do. It's a nice looking interface. I believe we've got about 8 amp models. There is the possibility to upload your own profiles using .nam files. I'm not going to be looking into that in this video, but it's something I do want to look at. It's got some essential effects such as chorus, delay, reverb. You've also got a gate, wah, and an overdrive. But most importantly, does it sound any good? I'm just going to be taking a listen to a few sounds, having a little play, and then probably a little jam inside Loopy Pro to see if I can replace my HX Stomp XL with an all-in-the-box solution. The journey starts here. I'm going to have a listen to a few different ones, maybe listen to some Tone Stack Pro, some Tone X, and try and compare it over the next few weeks. But this is GigFast Light, and this is what it sounds like on my first try. So let's have a little go through some of these presets and see what they sound like straight out of the gate. This first one is called Clear Gent. I'm in drop D at the minute to try and match this sort of sound. Sounds pretty cool. Let's mess around with some of the effects. So in the bottom left-hand corner, you can see the effects section. Now we've got pre, which is a gate, a wah, and an overdrive, or post, where we've got a chorus, delay, or a reverb. I'm going to try and go for kind of a dreamy yet heavy tone here. So I'm going to turn the delay on, pressing active. Let's check what that mix sounds like. Quite nice. Let's add some reverb as well and make it really quite atmospheric. Not my usual sort of sound. I don't play much heavy stuff, but it's pretty cool. It sounds quite nice. Next up, let's have a listen to this top clean and see if we can get some nice clean tones going. Now straight away, I feel like that preset is a little bit quiet in comparison to the last one, so I'm just going to turn it up. It's also dripping a little bit too much in reverb and delay. So down in the effects section, I'm going to dial back that delay, dial back that reverb, and let's give it another whirl. Much nicer. Let's try out the chorus. Let's turn it on. Nice, I like that sound a lot. I think that clean channel's got a lot of potential. Needs a bit of tweaking. Some of these presets, the volume is quite different, so you need to spend a bit of time going through and matching that out. But I like what I'm hearing. I think it's sounding pretty good. Let's test out a bit of a lead sound. This is called saturated lead. Let's test out just a basic crunch sound. This is called brick crunch. So I've been enjoying the top clean and the saturated lead tone. I'm just going to bring in a drum loop from Migs, good friend of mine. Check out his link in the description below for his loop packs. They're incredible. But I'm just going to press play on his loop, add a little clean line, maybe a bit of bass, and then I'm going to do a solo over the top with the saturated lead to see what it sounds like. This is the kind of thing I would use it for. One, two, three, four. Bit of bass from the Moog, sounding nice. Let's try that crunch channel. A little idea on top of that maybe. can get lost for ages doing these loops, but that's GigFast Light. That's kind of what it sounds like. Let's talk about a few pros and cons. I like the sound, I like the feel, I like the fact that you can load in your own profiles. Not something I've covered in this video, but it gives me scope to find other people's profiles that maybe they've spent a lot of time making. I can start loading them in and having a listen. Cons, it's a bit CPU hungry. I found inside Loopy Pro, if I'm doing the Moog synth plus this, I can start to get a few CPU spikes. I'm also new to this and new to this software, so I can't really speak on longevity or stability, other than the fact that because of those CPU spikes, I did have one crash in my testing. I can't say for sure if it was GigFast Light or if it's just the fact that I was trying to run too many programs, but just something to keep in mind if you primarily use this in, say, Loopy Pro for a live setting. Anyway, I hope that gives you a little idea, and maybe you've discovered a bit of software that could be pretty cool. I'm certainly going to keep going down this road, trying to find out if there's a solution for something all inside the iPad instead of having a hardware modeler. But yeah, that's GigFast. Hope you enjoyed it. Please hit the like and subscribe. I'll see you in the next video. Thanks.